Hello everyone, it's your host Cyber and welcome to another video. In today's video we're going to have a few topics we need to discuss, and before we get started, if you're brand new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and like this video as it shows appreciation for me to motivate me to continue making these random videos that I upload here on my YouTube channel. I know I haven't uploaded very much, and that's okay. I typically am busy with my personal life, so I'm not always here available to post a video on YouTube. But whenever I am, I'm very enthusiastic and I'm very optimistic about what I post. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode, and let's get started. So I know that a lot of people probably heard about the PlayStation 5 price increase outside of the United States. And a lot of people are pretty much up in arms about this price change, because when we think about price change, we're considering of a system's price decreasing, not increasing. And usually we have gotten so used to companies always setting a retail price and never increasing that price for no apparent reason. The problem a lot of people are having with this price increase is because a lot of people don't seem that the the problem why it's been increased because of inflation and stuff like that. Parts are being harder to make because the price have been increased, so they need to increase the system's price so they can keep up with demand. And that there's one thing that makes this very suspicious is that why do you need to increase the system's price in order to cover costs when you, a company, can take the hit and not even lose a dime? And I understand that you're going to be losing a lot of more money because you're making manufacturing more out of the for consoles than you are with making them, but you've already made millions of dollars already on, or more than that, on a console in general. And I understand, manufactured parts are harder to find. They're becoming more expensive, and you need some way to balance that out. But increasing the price outside of the U.S. territory is very, very suspicious, because if parts were really a problem, then not only that you would not only have to increase the price in other countries, but you also have to do it in the United States. That's why a lot of people are saying, like, this is kind of bullshit, because simply because you're increasing a price of a system that has no meaningful value for that price. So instead of you paying $400, you're paying $500 for a PlayStation 5, and that is not okay. Microsoft, Nintendo has made a statement that they're not going to be increasing their price of their systems because there's really no point, and their point of what they want is Sony just wants a buck, money in their pocket, and they can't take a hit. Microsoft in the past has already taken a hit with the Xbox 360. They are aware of what they can do if they do take a hit from inflation. It's not going to really impact them significantly, not at all, except they're going to lose a couple of millions. But that's okay, because you know what? They make that millions in other ways, such as subscriptions, game sales, console sales, Windows sales, license sales. There's a lot of things that they make a lot of money on, and if they take a small hit from inflation, then that's okay with them. And I applaud Microsoft for that, because instead of going the way where Sony is going, they are taking charge and they're thinking about the consumer instead of being anti-consumer. That's pretty impressive. I know that a lot of people are probably wondering, why am I uploading this at a time where, like, it's already been discussed. It's a bit simple because I just got wind of it. So I pretty much been doing a lot of research on it. I wanted to make sure that all my facts are accurate, and I wanted to make sure that I don't post anything that just seems really dumb, because if I posted something that is inaccurate, then I might be eating those words that I've said. So I don't want to do that. So this is the only reason why they're increasing the PlayStation 5's pricing, and that that really sucks. I know a lot of people are angry, but all we can say is try to you know to hold up and try to complain our concerns to the company, and hopefully they revert their changes like that. I completely I completely feel sorry for all those who have to pay increased prices, especially with scalpers scalping PS5s and stuff like that. It just doesn't even make the situation much more worse. You're just feeding the fire. Either way, in other news, we are going to be talking about the Activision acquisition from Microsoft, as the UK is investigating them, because assuming this is how I look at it, um, assuming that they're going to tarnish the game by making it available on other than the main platform, which is mostly PlayStation. And I can guarantee you that there's somebody in the UK who's a PlayStation fanboy and is pretty upset that you know that that Microsoft is inquiring and buying out Activision because and then putting it on Game Pass. I'm going to put it out there indefinitely that no, Microsoft is not going to be removing anything. They're not going to say, oh, just because it's on Game Pass, they're going to remove it from PlayStation. No, that's not the case. Even future Call of Duties, they even said that they're not going to remove that privilege from any platform, because they want is they want every single platform to be able to play Call of Duty, whether if it's through a subscription or whether if it's a fully where you fully pay for the game on the game and you don't have to worry about subscription to play the game. And that's what really counts. And I understand that a lot of people are probably up in arms, especially PlayStation fans, because they think that, oh, let's do Call of Duty exclusivity should be on PlayStation. Listen, I'm a PlayStation fan. I love PlayStation, and there's nothing more that I would rather have than be a part of a bigger community who loves gaming, and that's who I am, and that's how I live my life. I love gaming. It's a part of my life. Anything that deals with gaming, especially if it's games that I specifically love to play on a constant basis, I will go for. But there's one thing we all need to agree on, and there's nothing more than we can disagree on, is that games that are locked behind exclusivity should be gone. They should not exist. And the reason is because everyone should be able to play a game regardless of what system they're on. Because in fact, if you spent $1,200, say if you spent $1,200 on a gaming PC, fully spec, fully high end, and you went for the greatest deal, that which cost made you go made you had spent $1,200 or even more than that. Either way, however, a mass amount of money that you spent on your gaming PC is a lot. Most people who buy consoles have a few things that they cannot do. They buy a console because it's cheaper than a PC. It's not expensive. I mean, it's expensive on its own terms, but it's not expensive as a PC. So they just pay for it, plug it in, and start playing their favorite games they want to play. And they don't have to worry about upgrades. They don't have to worry about anything else. All they have to worry about is being able to buy the games, and that saves them a shit ton of money. I tell you. But on the other hand, gaming PCs may be expensive, but they'll save you 10 times more money than on a console, because one, multiplayer is free. There's no really easy way for companies to say, "Oh, you have to pay to play online," because just imagine that was the fucking case. You know how much money they would lose, because there's thousands and thousands of games on here, and if companies like Ubisoft, Bungie, Activision, etc., started to require an online subscription, I don't know how that would go, because you would have to pay for each specific. Um, if you want to play multiple games, you have to pay for each and every company's subscription just to play that game online, and that would be just a bad thing to do. So that's why PC is really hard, actually very impossible, to or nearly. I'm not sure, but it's impossible to monetize its online player base, because it's a PC. You can't monetize the online structure of PC. So they make a lot of money, the money through microtransactions and through stuff like that. Because I'm a PC player, I have been guilty of it too, and I have a friend that spent probably like hundreds of dollars on microtransactions alone. So yeah, PC is a very big player base, and the way how the UK and other people are handling this situation, like, listen, it's just an acquisition. It's an acquisition by a trusted company. Would you rather have Amazon inquire them, or would you rather have Microsoft inquire them? For me, I'd rather have Microsoft inquire Activision than Amazon, because if Amazon does it, they're gonna not. We already know that they're already a shady company. They have done shit in the past that ruins it for everybody, and nobody wants Amazon to own any gaming company. Matter of fact, because they have a bad history of spying on you, they have a history of taking games not. I personally see it as not vowing contracts, et cetera, is just a whole bad game. And the limitations that they will most likely limit the game to only their platform. And since they have the platform Luna, they're most likely going to do that anyways if they did that. So it's not really a big deal, and you would have to assign it to Amazon. It's just so much stuff with Amazon that you don't need it. So I'd rather have Microsoft, because if I do, I can cross sync my devices from. Because the thing is, with PlayStation, if I play a game on Xbox, on my Xbox One, and then I want to play that game on my PC, but I don't want to lose the save, I can literally do that. I can connect my PC to my Xbox, and not have to play it on the Xbox itself. I can download the game, log in with my Microsoft account details, and then play the game and continue on where I left off on my Xbox, and vice versa. I can do that on my Xbox, I can do that on my thing, and all the way around. And that's what the beauty of it. PlayStation, on the other hand, such as if you are in a campaign of Call of Duty, you really can't transfer all that stuff from console to PC. You have to start all over again from the beginning. I mean, depending on the Call of Duty, if you have crossplay, you pretty much have all your stats and stuff like that, but you don't really have like what you earned. I specifically say, like Modern Warfare 2019. If you switch from console and you have a bunch of weapons on there, just because your stats may transfer over, that doesn't mean your weapons will too. You need to get those all manually back again, and it kind of sucks. So either way, I think that a lot of people need to calm down. There's nothing going, and even if like which they are confirming, they confirmed that Call of Duty will be coming to Game Pass. That's a big fucking bonus, because you know why? I know it's like a little middle finger to the PlayStation fans, because they have to pay for the game, and they don't, and Sony does have no interest of posting the game on their service, simply because money is greed. PlayStation is about greed. That means Microsoft is too, but Microsoft is more pro-consumer than anti-consumer. Though they have in the past made some anti-consumer decisions, they always tend to listen to the community and always revert whenever the community has a concern and a really bad no-no to them. So Sony, on the other hand, does that too, or they get enough backlash, but most of the time they always stand their ground. So there's no reason to fight them anyways. Um, Beyond that, it's a good thing that Microsoft is acquiring Activision, regardless of what people think. Activision and Microsoft is going to be a good team. It's going to be a good match. Why? Because not only that the game is not being limited to just one specific system, where one specific system is be included just exclusives. That's great. Once the exclusivity contract ends, I'm hoping that no more longer that Call of Duty has any kind of exclusivity. I think all platforms, including PC, Xbox, and PlayStation, should have equal rights to modes, content, you know, um, game modes, etc., all at once, instead of locked where just PlayStation just gets it first and then it doesn't come out to a year later. And to be honest, it kind of sucks having one system have exclusivity and not everything have one at the same time. And I know a lot of people could disagree on that, but hey, it's it's a better option, because, and I know a lot of people as well be pretty upset too that console games, exclusive games are coming to PC. And so listen, this is not about whether if you're about to purchase a system for exclusivity. You bought the system to play games. That's the most primary thing you purchased the system. A lot of people want to say, "Oh, I purchased the console because of this, only because of those exclusives." No, you bought the console because it was the only thing that you could afford under your budget, and it's the only thing that you don't wanted to do, because you didn't know how to build a PC, and you don't want to build a PC because you have no knowledge of building one. So you choose a console because it's easier and it's convenient. Beyond that, it's just bullshit. It's just like PC. PC has some exclusives that are some games that are just exclusive to PC, but just because we don't really have an option. There's third party developers that just build for a computer. That's why they build games on a computer. They distribute it through a system they want the game to run. That's pretty much it. But in originality, every single game that has came out has always been built for a computer. Then it was just all it is just being ported to consoles and other systems for them to run optimizely and being able to run. That's pretty much a given fact. The only thing that is different that a lot of people would want for more than a PC is convenience and exclusivity. And I think personally, in my opinion, that exclusivity needs to go away. No console, no system should have the right to have exclusivity over a game or its content because because they want companies like Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo wants people to buy their system. There are other ways to do it. There are better ways to do it. You don't have to if you have it on all platforms. It's all about convenience and the price. PC is going to be a little bit more expensive. Consoles are cheaper, whether if you like it or not. They're here to stay, and whether if you choose to go for the expensive route, which will save you a lot of money down the route, even going through the expensive route, than going through a console route where you have to upgrade every 7 years, and the price can go up any moment, and it's a fixed price. Though, yes, there are convenience to it. Is just games should not be exclusive. They should be as one, so we don't have to fight over each other which console is better. We can just choose the console. It's based on how much we are able to can afford and what system we prefer to play on. Either way, that's all I have to discuss about in this video. I know that I've been rambling for like about almost 20 minutes, but hope you guys did enjoy this video. I'll see you guys later. If you guys did enjoy, please like and subscribe. And check out my other videos that are in the card somewhere on the screen and on my channel. Hope you guys have a wonderful weekend and week. I'll see you guys in another video. Peace.